Black History Month, we are highlighting the Crown Act legislation that's been adopted across the country designed to protect people from race-based hair discrimination. It's a civil rights issue African Americans have long faced, including a veteran St. Louis firefighter.
Tonight he is sharing his fight for equality for the first time in a story you'll only see right here on News 4.
I felt isolated, singled out.
A painful moment in time of then Private Garon Mosby before his hair became a problem for the St. Louis Fire Department.
I showed up to work. The battalion chief came to our engine house, and I made sure I was on the first floor. And just as expected, I was sent home.
A fight for equality dating back 20 years just to wear his hair like it is today. Told repeatedly to leave work for wearing this natural style known as locks.
It bothered me. This is the first time I've ever really spoken about it, publicly.
Considered unacceptable by not only his commander, but the agency's rule book.
I always struggled with, I am good enough, right, to show up to work in my authentic self. And so I did. And it was not necessarily well received.
Here's the policy which led to Mosby being punished. Section 2, Part 4 states, quote, eccentric styles or methods of grooming the scalp shall not be permitted.
I grew up on the west side of St. Louis City, right? What's eccentric to me might not be eccentric or the same version of someone who grew up south of 44. I was raised in a manner that if you feel strongly about something, you got to stand on that. You got to stand for it.
To say that one hairstyle is different than the other hairstyle, as long as they meet the requirements of the safety standard, that's what I was going to push for.
With Fire Chief Dennis Jenkerson came new changes in 2013 when he asked now Captain Mosby to serve as the spokesperson for the St. Louis Fire Department, making Mosby the first public information officer with locks in the agency's 160-year history.
The people in the fire department, they kept telling me, nope, he's not it.
Chief and I would go to a lot of events and we'd see people and, oh my God, you do such a great job. If we could just do something about that hair.
The grooming standards of firefighters have always been an issue. It would depend on who your chief was at the time, not the chief of the department, but the chief of your district, or say the captain in charge of your company.
It was after I just appeared doing a televised interview, and someone had called to complain that the black firefighter that just appeared was unprofessional and should not be representing the St. Louis Fire Department.
Some of the old firefighters who had retired, and wanted to talk, and first saw him on TV, it's like, what is that? Are you kidding me? I said, that's my new public. You see his hair? I said, yeah, I saw his hair. It's all tightened up. It's clean. Well, I don't. How does that pass our standards? I said, I'm in charge of the standards.
Someone took time out of their day to tie up a 911 line to complain about my hair. And that wasn't the only time.
His hire would lead to a racist letter being sent to him at work. The content so disturbing, the FBI got involved.
But it was not so nice mail, right? It wasn't somebody saying you're doing a great job. There was some caricature, like larger lips, larger noses, and just inappropriate captions.
But with resistance has come reform. In 2021, the Crown Act was passed in St. Louis City, preventing discrimination because of natural hairstyles, including braids and locks like Mosby's.
I think it's sad that you have to have legislation for people to just exist and be themselves. It's sad, but I'm not surprised.
Today, these faces make up the 20-plus black men who are proudly embracing the hair they were born with as city firefighters.
We've changed the look and the face of what people see and what they believe an officer should look like. Absolutely.
There are probably some viewers out there that will say, it's just hair, right? It's just hair. And to that I would say, well, first and foremost, no one's telling you that you can't do it, right? Things are a lot different when you're being denied something.
A reality decades in the making for a trailblazer determined to show just how much representation matters.
Black history is just so broad. So this might be just a tiny piece somewhere.
The Crown Act preventing hair discrimination has not been passed in the state of Missouri. We do know that the fire department is drafting a new policy on personal appearance. That includes the section on hair. Reporting at St. Louis Fire Department headquarters, Melanie Johnson, News 4.